Hi, my name is Mark Anthony Dubose Jr. I was born July 4th, 1986. I want to say thank you for tuning in. Today, I'm going to make a video of an update video. I don't like doing what I'm about to do, but I don't have a choice in reality. And that's kind of just showing stuff with my dogs. Just showing, say, the progressions and showing things that are happening. And I'm kind of like purposely setting it up to like show it as opposed to just stuff that's happening. So the thing I want to talk about today is this dog here. Hi, where's she at? Oh, there she is. Hi, girl. And the extreme differences I've seen in being able to get her to stop chasing stuff. And compared to day one that I got her, and I just want to do a little walk around just to do a little, just show, I guess I could say. Come on, girl. So I got a couple chickens nowadays that are just running around. They're a little free. But this dog used to, and I got her from someone that she used to just kill the chickens. She used to just go into an absolute rampage. Every time she would see one, she just had this, I gotta go and attack it. And it's like, even like right now, what's the thing that she's doing? She's not focused on that. She's focused on, hey, let me go check something out over here instead. She has absolutely zero desire in her to want to get these things going. And the thing is, let me add a level of complexity here. Oreo, Johnny. Let me add some complexity to the whole situation here, because when these guys come, now they're gonna go ahead and move them around. And we're gonna watch and see what's about to happen here. She's gonna get excited to like, oh, the dogs are out and running. But watch, as this boy will get to move these chickens around, and she's gonna have pretty much absolutely no real desire to mess with them, as she's already completely just disengaged again. She's like, oh, I'm just gonna go over here and sniff on this instead. This seems to be a little more interesting. Even though these guys are out here, full-blown pursuit, chasing these guys, she doesn't join in. Because the video that I'm going to have to post about this concept is, she used to have that pack mentality when another dog is out moving stuff around. So this rooster's not supposed to be out here. So Oreo's already triggered. It's fascinating that he knows the difference between a hen and a rooster, because he's only going after the rooster. And he's leaving all the hens alone, even though there's ones around. I don't care if they're out. He's not supposed to be out here. And but he can move around in that pack mentality, that since they're moving them, she's going to want to come out here and do the same thing. But she's still just hanging out, hanging around. Just, what's going on? While they're in the middle of doing what is it they're doing. She's completely disengaged. Now, here's something that I want to kind of show that makes things a little more interesting here. Ophie, come here, girl. There must be an egg in there. She's like, oh my goodness, there's a snack in there. So I'm gonna hook her up to my harness and my leash here. And at this moment, more likely, we'll just see what's gonna happen here. More likely she'll want to be able to engage. So we're going from a disengaged, doesn't really care, to, okay, Ophie, you go get it. You go get it. You go get it. Now she'll start to look around like, hey, I can do it now. I hook her on the harness. She can feel the harness pull, and she knows I can get into the middle of this now. Because you see her eyeballs are starting to eyeball it at this moment now. We tracking now. She's looking for food right now. I don't blame her. She just has no desire to really, what the heck is that? She just has no desire to, here we go. Because we're just gonna let this play out. Now they got a hold of it. They're not gonna kill it, don't worry about them. They only grab his feet. Johnny's the one that, I don't think Johnny's ever killed a chicken. Even in the middle of all this, there's still, I promise you, no chicken's gonna get hurt in this. It's not what they do. Johnny, all done. Let him run again. Let him run. Johnny, out. Get your gangster paw off him. Out. Let him get back to running again. Promise, he's not hurt. Johnny, he's not hurt. They just do this this play dead stuff. They play possum if you put too much pressure on him. Johnny, there he goes. Johnny, all done. Let him have a chance to keep running again. But even in all this, this dog is still just like, oh, hey, how's it going? What's happening right now? All right, guys. Oreo, go home. Johnny, go home. Go home. Oh, see, that chicken's even in the wrong spot. So y'all got to come out and do a little bit of work. Come here. Go home. Go home. Johnny. Come on, guys. But even in the middle of all that, this dog still just has Oreo home. Sorry, I got to get firm with him because that's the part where I will say, I don't need a leash, I don't need anything, but I definitely got to get more vocal with my verbiage. Sorry, girl, come here. With my verbiage, because he's intense, and I really like that about him. But it's not a quick little, oh, please stop doing that. No, I said stop doing that, and he'll just stop. Sometimes that's just what I have to do to get the dog to get out of it. But at the same time, I would just love to see a single video of that progress that was just going on back there. Your dog is chasing the chicken, got the chicken, hold the chicken, chicken's in his mouth, got the feet on the chicken, and then you still are able to just get the dog to get out of it. And be able to do it in a way of having other dogs around with it. This is the thing. When I talk about, I may not be a trainer that can do all this amazing, fancy obedience tricks and stuff. I know how to do real life. Oreo, I know how to do real life. Real life is just living and being in a sense of when your dog is in pursuit or chasing or doing something on the trail, for instance. When your dog is grabbing something and trying to eat something on the trail, for instance. Oreo, he's not going to want to stop because I know he got to finish his job. So I can't do it right now. I don't have hands to. Go home. So he's going to want to stay. He's going to want to stay at it until we get it done. He's like, but my work's not done, buddy. We got to finish it off. So he's real good at go home. Johnny, go home. Both y'all, I'm going to follow y'all till y'all go all the way back over there. Go home right now. I'll come get you in a moment. Go home. I'll get you. We'll get our stuff done. Don't worry. That's why I like to set it up so it's you too, Johnny. Go home. So that it's not something that I could stage, because I could stage this. I could go already and put him away and have him chase a hen around and make it look away, but that's not real. What's real is he's got, I'm going to say, is real work to do right now. And he's able to, because he grabs it by its foot and then he holds it, and then I'm able to go ahead and pick it up from him real easily, because they'll get to that little submissive roll thing. So pretty much every one of my chickens understands that role. That's the role of the dog, that he knows how to work these guys and get them what I want. Because it's hard for him to like herd them because there's too many around. So I just say, grab a hold of it, man. Start touching it. But it's a matter of it's like, Johnny, look at this dog. He's got that look like I'm wrong, because you are. Come on. I actually don't care about you as long as Aura's not here. Come on. Well, real world stuff that when your dog is engaged in something, it doesn't want to engage anymore. Real world stuff of being able to get a dog to stop chasing, to stop killing, to stop pursuing. And I haven't used a single e-collar, a single prong collar, a single slip leash, a single collar, a single harness, a single nothing to convince the dog to not do it. That's why the dog can be free and the dog doesn't want to do it. And I can even come over here, because this is just what's fascinating. Sorry, excuse my mess. I always got stuff working on. But I can just come on over here into here. Because the first thing, Ophie. Because even when they're bucking and clucking all scared, she's like, you're fine. Just walk around it. She's so completely just disinterested. I just walk around over here. This is one where all these are the scared ones that only stay in here. They never come out. I don't know why. They have a chance to get out, but they just stay in here. But I just have her around them all the time. That's why I could be completely off leash and I don't have to worry. I don't have to, those are my eggs. Nope. No. Johnny's the one that's gonna get them all excited. He's gonna get them all moving. But they have absolutely no, or she has no, even Johnny doesn't, oh, you're good, boy. He doesn't, because now look at this. I got an egg in my hand. Now you see that crazy, savage, look, both of these guys. This is oh my goodness, my dogs look so good. They're so cute. Look what they're doing. It's because I got what in my hand? I got a couple of eggs. So now she's all doing all this mess. This is fake. This is not real. She's not like caring about me at all. She's caring about this thing in my hand. She doesn't give a crap about me as this entire time. So it's been almost 10 minutes until I got these eggs in my hand. Now you see how she's so focused, lasered on me. This is the part that is just absolute mass manipulation. Why you constantly keep on needing it over and over. Because even this dog, they're both just sitting here on this. Oh my goodness, what are you going to give me? Because watch, as soon as I give it to them, what do you think they're going to do? You can have it. As soon as I give it to them, they're going to be completely disengaging me because I don't have the treat anymore. They're going to go back to doing what it is that they were doing. And that's giving you this, oh, my dog is looking good, but it's not. It just isn't. And this is stuff that I just do that I've been able to keep on doing and see what I want to say is something real from it. Not some fake, I got to have this, I got to act away, I got to be away, I got to change away. I just got to be able to change my way of knowing, stop controlling the dog and start allowing it to be a dog and just be excited to be able to see the individual that the dog is. And stuff like this is, someone would say, it's impossible, you can't, because there's that challenge. I'd be fascinated to be able to do it at this moment today. I wasn't up to, I want to say, my understanding at the time, but there's a challenge in some country that they'll give you a certain amount of money to state that you can use so-called, nothing, there's force in everything, but so-called force-free in the sense of using leash, e-collar or something to convince a dog to stop chasing. And then later on, they still don't do it, even with the collar on or without the collar on later on. And they're giving, I think it's like 50,000 pounds to say it's an impossible task. And I'm going to say that's not an impossible task when you understand what the desires of the dog is. And I've been able to see that personally with my own animal. I don't even need to be out here. I can leave. And I guarantee you, this dog is not going to chase a single thing. We'll just leave this door open for now. Because we'll just leave it open. She's not going to chase a single thing. She's not going to go after nothing. She's not going to try to kill nothing. She's not going to do nothing. I don't need to even be with the dog. This is how I can leave the dog on the patio, and I don't need to worry about anything at all, period. She just is completely just disengaged until I say, hey, this is what we're doing. So when I get her, I'll make another video of her on the trail when I can get her to pull and to chase the deer and chase the squirrels. And that's how I get her to, she's just going to come along with us. That's how I get her to be able to get to the point that she does start to still pull, because I do give her the opportunity to be able to do it. She's probably just a little confused right now being here because I never have her hooked up to the leash and pull into anything. But she still chases. She still will go deep. She still will go like savagely deep. She goes extremely intense. She still does all the same stuff. But the thing is, she knows when and when not to be able to do such a thing. And you can get your dog to be able to understand these things of when it's okay and when it's not. So for my Border Collie, for instance, I would say is more intense in the sense of I'm in his work right here, right now. So the donkey wants to come up and say hi. So when I tell him no, like we're not doing this, I just tell him to go home. And he's like, oh, okay, well, we're not doing anything. And he just accepts that and he just says, oh, okay, that's just what we're doing. There's a fence wire here. Brownie wants to come say hi. He's so funny. But I just say to him, all done, we'll go home. And sometimes I got to say it a few times because his drive is a little extra. It's not instant. But if I put a leash on the dude, he would just instantly stop in half a second. He wouldn't even consider to push back at it. That boy folds when I put a leash on him. So I don't even like to leash the dog because he gets so emotional looking. But I just tell him to go to the house. We're done. We're finished. You're not doing that anymore. And those chickens are running around his house all the time, all day long. They're all there. But it's something that I may not know how to get a dog to do some search and rescue stuff. I may not know how to get a dog to do some agility course. I may not know how to get a dog to be a certified, there's no such thing as certified, but a certified a service dog. But I do know how to get dogs to be able to just be able to be in the world and be able to hang out and be able to be in the house and be able to hang out and be able to go pretty much anywhere and be able to just hang out. And I don't need to rely upon anything other than just my word with the dog of what it is that I'm looking for. I don't even need to leash the dogs anymore at this point. They just listen they say, okay, this is what we're doing. Okay, we're not doing this now. Okay, we are doing this now. And and for me personally, especially being out here with the dang Border Collie, I'm in the middle of his work here. And if I can still convince a dog that in the middle of his work here to stop, to disengage, to get out and to go somewhere, I don't know. I don't want to say I got skill in something, but I got skill in something to being able to get a dog to just stop chasing and going on a rampage. Stop going deep into just stay in drive and just continue to keep on pushing. I can convince the dogs that, hey, you can chase here now and you can't chase over here. Just like when I take the border collie out and when I take them to the stores and I let them out to go potty and stuff, there's always all kinds of stuff around. And the boy, he likes chasing cars even. And he knows I don't do that. I don't do that here. The only time that he chases is here at the house. When I'm anywhere else, he doesn't chase. And the same with this dog, the Dalmatian. She doesn't chase at the house at all. And then she chases only when she's hooked up to that harness when we're out in public. And she knows the difference. And I know she knows the difference because she's been flawlessly doing it over and over and over again. Even because it's the thing, when you have the part that makes it easier, I guess I can say, is when, like the start of the video, when I only just had, Ophie, I don't want to pick those cactus things out of you again. Them things hurt, and these dogs, like, they get a couple on them and act like it doesn't matter. So the bunnies are getting smart out here. They're I don't know what you call them. Do they have litters? But they're putting their babies within these cactus now. Because the dogs are finding all their little burrows and they're taking all their babies out, and so they're getting smart and they put them inside of these cactus, all this cactus here. But Ophie's on a determined mission of, no, I'm getting those bunnies still. So she'll even go inside of them because they'll put them in that brush pile I got down there as well because they can't get to them. Bunnies are smart the same way as everything else is. They learn how to adapt to get around what they need to get around with. And I don't understand how they walk in the middle of all this, but they'll go in this cactus. I guarantee you there's probably 3 or 4 bunny litters in here right now because the dogs can't get it. But these dogs are able to adapt to the same with these bunnies. They're able to adapt to what it is that we're doing. So me as a human, in reality, I'm bringing the dogs out here and the dogs are attacking the bunnies. So the bunnies have learned how to maneuver around what it is that human is doing and looking for. And it's the same with these dogs. It's the human is doing this. So, okay, now it's time to run. Now it's time to chase. Now it's time to do all that. Oh, the human's not doing that. Okay, now we're not doing that. That's how I'm looking at everything with these dogs. And in the sense of when the dog is by itself, yeah, I can make it look easier, but have something extremely exciting going on right next to it. Extremely exciting. And see if you still have that same level of control over that dog. And that's the concept of why I know that I don't need to be in a crowded area with 100 dogs and stuff going on to know that my dogs are going to be good. I could put them in a different scenario and I know and be able to know that it's going to be fine based on how they're listening to me with what's going on around. When I can see that a deer runs on the path and the dog just takes off and it stops instantly when I speak to it, I know for a fact that I could put that dog around 1,000 dogs, 100,000 people, and everything is going to be fine. I could put that dog around a soccer game, a baseball game, and balls are flying everywhere, kids are screaming, and I know everything is going to be fine. And that's why I know this dog at this moment here, I like this dog and I really like this dog, but I don't know why I'm stuck in this trying to rehome dogs thing, because I really want to. But this dog here, her being able to be in the presence of these 2 dogs to the point of, I don't want to use the word terrorize, but putting all that pressure on that rooster of saying, just doing his work, holding it down. And he's looking at me like, you gonna come get it? I'm like, no. So I didn't come get it. So that's when Johnny just keeps going to really make sure it stays down. But she sits there with zero desire to get in on that. I know for a fact I could put this dog next to dogs fighting, kids fighting, up to anything. And this dog is just going to look at it like, oh, hey, how's it going? Like completely just disinterested. And I didn't get that from, hold on. That's the only thing that makes me nervous in my dogs is this front row, because these cars be cruising and I live on a curb. Ophie, nope, come here. Somebody threw something on my easement here, or not my easement, but the city's easement here, and it's something dead. So the dogs are like, I want to go get it, and it's just only just a barbed wire in the front there, and they try to slip through on it, or they can get through it, because it's not all the best. This is the only thing right here that scares me about my dogs, is roads like this. Most people in your neighborhoods, you don't have roads that the cars are going 60, 70, some people are going 80 miles an hour around this thing. Like this Escalade right here is cruising, it's going like 70. And it's a nerve-wracking to me. So I don't just like them to be up here by themselves. All right, come on, girl. Yeah, there's something up there. This girl ain't finding food. She'll find food anywhere. But I could put this dog anywhere, in anything. and she's just gonna hang out, not care. And again, I didn't get that from giving her treats and doing anything, because again, I had that egg in my hand and you saw how she was. Now I got nothing. Now you see how she is. That egg will give you a false representation that things are good until something else is more exciting. There's always going to be something more exciting. And that's when everything kind of gets a little bit backwards, because that obsessiveness that she had there, someone would say, oh, I could use that to train her and to do stuff with her. And all that you're going to end up with in the end is, in reality, an absolute psychopath, a addicted fiend that is looking for the next dose to be able to do anything. And that's where you end up in that pushiness, I guess I can say, because you'll have anything in your hand and the dog is going to demand you better or else type language that it's going to do to you, basically the same way that you're doing to it. That's why if your dog is giving you so much pushback, I would say, hey, stop looking at the dog and start looking at what pushback are you giving to that dog. And then you'll actually be able to figure out like how to be able to get through that. Because most cases, if your dog is being hostile to you, you're being hostile to your dog. If your dog isn't listening to you, you're not listening to the dog. If your dog is acting a fool with you, you acting a fool with that dog. If your dog is the sweetest with you, you the sweetest with your dog. It just is what it is. It has to work that way. It can't work any other way. And certain breeds are going to be a little bit different. Where like this Johnny here, he's a mix of, I don't know, but he definitely has that little bit I want to please, but then he has a whole lot of him that's just like this Dalmatian, where she's just like, you know, I'm fine, just leave me alone, just get off my back, man, just let me do what I want to do. Or you can come up here. Sorry, I forgot to call him to bring him back. He's an interesting dog. But I personally, if you didn't have a setup to be able to work these collies and these Aussies and all these things, you didn't have a setup to be able to run them with some animals, I think you should just stay away from them. Personally, I keep seeing them over and over and over again, and most of them just they're not fulfilled, and it's something that is unfortunate, because we're moving so fast in our society that we don't do what we used to do, and these dogs still are complete, like bred to still keep doing a lot of this work with these animals. And it's something that I've just noticed with him, that if I didn't have him, I don't know what I would do, especially this specific one. I mean, he was bred to from Ophie. I told you, I'm not picking up cactus things out of you. Because they hurt me. She gets them and then she comes up and lays next to me and she starts poking me with them. And I'm like, oh, heck no. Oreo, come over here. But this dog works very, very nice. I mean, especially if we're not if I don't have any animal work to do. Like say, if we just walk around up here. He's Ophie. We're not playing in there, girl. I gotta do some extra work with you with that. Maybe they don't feel that pain. I don't know, that's weird. It's very strange. But when I don't have work for this dog, when we're not running animals, we're just like walking around like this, he's very, very, very in tune. Like he's just like instant sharp with everything. You just say his name, he's like, Oreo, come here. He's just everything. He's like, okay, I'll be there. Everything. All right, get down. He just does everything flawlessly. He doesn't question, he doesn't push back at it. Okay. He's like 100% on whatever. But when I got him working animals, I sometimes got to get a little extra loud with him to say, hey, no, we're done. Like, stop. But even if I say down to him in the middle of doing some work, he does do that down. It's when I say we're done, we're get out of here. And the sticky part is when he's like, but the work's not done. Because he knows when the work's done, I got to pick the rooster up, put it away. And he's like, oh, okay, now we're finished. So then everything is fine. And he works really, really, really good. Really good. Like it's creepy on how eager to please this dog is, that it can make one say, I like that dog, and then make you want to get one. But the reason he's so eager to please is because I give him his entire world to be able to do. And it makes life so easy. Our downtime hanging out is so easy. And that's the thing with even like this Dalmatian at this point. I gave her what she's looking for, the chance to be able to run and chase and sprint and get it. And now she just only does it when the time calls for it. And other times, completely 100% disengaged, has no desire to go into getting into anything at all. And that's why I don't have to worry. I can turn my back, walk away, and just know everything is fine. And that's the part that I could say, I guess, that I've been able to learn with working with these dogs, in the sense of stop trying to fight against their excitement, stop trying to fight against their fears, and learn to get the dog to be indifferent to both. And when they're indifferent to both, then you're able to actually communicate to the dog. Because when a dog is in this excessive rampage, it's really hard to talk to him. And a lot of times that's what treats even bring into the dog. Because even earlier with showing the stuff with those eggs, it turns the dogs, it gets their brains all like crazy and all wild. And it starts to get them to not really, the word I want to use here is listen. They're just reacting, they're responding. They're not actually learning and paying attention to anything. Thank you. My fields look like trash this year. I think next year, I'm not sure how long I'm gonna stay here, so I'm not really trying to worry too much about doing too much, but I wanna re-sprig the whole thing. Put some coastal down. I know I probably shouldn't, but the cows really like it, and they get really fat on it. These dogs are just fascinating. So I know when I walk back this way, this is where Oriole's like, oh, okay, let's go get that rooster. Let's go put him back up again. But I've been using him to keep him close this year, because last year they were walking. My chickens were actually eating at that street on the easement out there. I'm trying not to let them do that anymore. So I'm using him to put that barrier on of stay close, stay real close. Get them really, really close. Don't let them to just keep going way far out like that. So I've got a few hens out there. These are some old ones. I haven't done anything for these guys in like 2-3 years. Almost there. This is the 3rd year now. They eat, they go get their own water, they don't get their own place to sleep, and they're always together. It's super fascinating. It's real fascinating to see. They're just living and surviving and doing what they're doing out there. It's pretty neat. They're my experiment in reality of seeing how much we as humans really do not need to be messing with them so much. That these animals know how to take care of themselves better than we know how to take care of them. Now we'll see. He's stuck on. Where's Rooster Man at? He got to go find him. He probably already went back to the house. He's like, oh, skip that. Let me just do it on my own. Yeah, I don't see him back here now. Oh, there he is. He'll find him. Oh, he's just gonna leave him alone for now. Because he could sense my energy that I'm not walking towards it. So he's like, oh, let's just leave it alone. It's just neat working with these dogs. And working with them in what I want to say is real world stuff. Not some artificial, trying to play weird games and strange stuff, but just real world stuff. Real world things. And for me, being able to take a dog for a walk around the lake or around the park or anything like that, that's to me real world stuff. That's actually what I believe, and I've seen and heard and worked with so many people that's all that y'all looking for. And that doesn't come down to worrying about all the extra. You focus on the basics. Focus on getting your dog to be neutral when it's excited and when it's scared. The basics, that's it. Don't do anything else but that. And you're gonna see something absolutely amazing.